Hi Pisces, hi, welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. You are last but not least. We're going to take a look at the future energies around lessons coming towards you in love, life, and in, let's straighten this out, and in career, okay? I hope you are well today. We're going to start with love. If you're new here, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you're new, just stopping by and you like what you are feeling on the page, I hope you're finding what you're looking for. So we're going to take a look at the future energies as it pertains to love, Pisces. How you doing, Pisces? Welcome in, welcome in. Starting with love, spirit, what are the lessons coming towards Pisces in love as we look at future energies? Let's take a look. All right, for Pisces. All right, coming out in your own reading with the Moon card. For Pisces, the energies around lessons coming in for love. Around love for Pisces. Let's take a look. I hope you guys are well this evening, Pisces. I hope today was kind to you and it's treating you well. Yes, I hope so. Setting up my little setup here. So we have the Moon, Charity, and the Devil. Okay. So we have Pisces energy coming out here. And we also have Capricorn energy as well. So the energies around the lessons you'll be learning in love in the future could be, energies around feeling a little anxious. I feel like there's a bit of pressure possibly coming towards you. For some of you, this could be around, unexpected drama that will arise out of nowhere. This could be this could be around not knowing kind of what to expect with a certain situation around love in the future, seeing the difficulties around that energy of not knowing what to expect, unseen challenges coming in the future. I feel like the Moon is definitely presenting elusive energy, indecision. You could not really know what you want right now or what to expect. And this could be in the future you finding yourself in a very emotional state, where your emotions are high one day, low the next day, or it could be changing within the same day. Maybe just very emotionally unstable in the future around love. And just not really knowing what to do. Just being really just like up in the air around love. This could mean that you could be taking the time or needing to take the time in the future to examine your ideas and your feelings in the future when it comes to love, especially if you find yourself in a connection and you're not really sure about the connection that you're in. You find yourself being a little bit dismissive of things that may need attention in the relationship and not really wanting to deal with it. For some of you, this could be you being afraid to call it off. It may be you being afraid of what would happen if you actually sat down and really deal with what's happening within you or in the relationship. The moon comes in around love because there's usually a need to really pay attention to what's happening on the inside of us as it pertains to the relationship, especially when we're talking about avoidance behaviors, like we don't want to deal with pain or we don't want to do the grieving necessary, right? And it ends up festering, many times into this uncontrollable wave of emotions that's unstable. If you are in a relationship, you could be kind of dealing with those energies around moon energy, in the future here, and not really sure what the future holds, especially if you're waiting for someone to come in. This could be you just really questioning what you're waiting for and what it is that you're looking for, why you're looking for, that person. This could also be you realizing that there's still something that you may need to do to make love happen for you. And not wanting to just sit back and wait for someone to come in when you're not really putting in any work, right? Or if you're sitting with your heart closed and not letting anyone in, this may be you realizing here that there may be a need to kind of open up a little bit, I do see energy of unconditional love coming in here in the future for you, Pisces. And this feels like a very beautiful energy as it pertains to love. Very stable, very balanced, very grounded, very spiritual as well. There may be some temptation around this energy. You may be feeling a little temptation around this energy. But the energy itself feels very harmless. It feels like the energy that would gravitate or pull everyone towards it. It's almost like this very giving energy, hence unconditional love. If you're fortunate to be in a connection with this type of energy or this type of person, this is definitely someone that you may find yourself very protective of. This person could be pregnant right now, which would even increase that level of protection as well. But I feel like this person or this energy that you may find yourself in connection with is very valuable. This is someone that everybody finds valuable and holds in high esteem. This is someone that brings lots of happiness and contentment to others, especially those close to this person. This could be someone who's very connected with nature, who loves nature, who's connected with, just very spiritual things. Hence, this could be someone where you actually want to connect to on a long term. This doesn't feel like something that would be like very shallow or like short-term connection. This feels like something really stable. If you're in connection with this, if you're in a relationship with this type of energy, with this person, you definitely know that you have something special. For some of you, this could be the type of energy that you are possibly meeting in the future. This could even be someone that you're desiring for some of you. This is definitely someone who is mature than you. There's an evolved outlook that this person brings to you. And there's some level of gifting that you see within this person that is really just different. It's different with the charity. The devil brings in this energy of, some level of, it almost feels like unrequited love, like something that you really desire, but you probably is not going to happen. Yet there's still that overwhelming desire for it, to hold it, to have it. And you may even have some unhealthy desires of wanting to dominate it. There's some type of moral issue happening here, maybe a battle going on within you between your lustful desires and your pure desires, right? Between obsession and liberation. It's like seeing a butterfly and wanting to capture the butterfly, but knowing that the very nature of the butterfly is to fly and to be free. To capture it means to hold it captive against everything that it was created for, right? And so there's this war going on possibly inside of someone, possibly wanting to have this very selfish connection, with someone that wouldn't be beneficial for the person, And so there's this moral dilemma happening within someone. If this is you in a relationship, there could be a secret desire for someone else outside of the relationship that you could be obsessed with, that could be obsessed with you, right? You could be, stuck in fantasy, right? In fantasy around this person. And the truth of it is, it's not love at all. It's all based in a very superficial energy of lust. It's almost just wanting, that energy of obsession, that energy of dominance, right? And the devil brings in this overwhelming desire. Even if you are in a relationship, there could be someone else that is very much taking up space, living rent-free in your head. Or this could be someone else concerning you. For someone that's not in a connection, that's actually free to think of whoever they want and not feel guilty about it. This could be you thinking about someone that you already know is not going to be a good match. It's not going to end well. This could be someone circling back around for another, go round. It didn't go well the first time, but they're coming back around for another round. There's some level of knowing that this probably is not going to be a good decision, right? But it's tempting anyway. It's tempting anyway. And so this could be begging you to possibly avoid that thing that might cause you to override your sense of morality, right? Or your sense of higher judgment. And so things feel a little bit elusive in the future. There's some sense of possibly wanting something outside of what you have, or wanting something that really in the back of your mind, you're knowing that it's not something that is good for you in the long run. Temperance is coming in as a challenge, okay? And this could be not wanting, for those of you that are, first of all, waiting on that connection to come in, this is being a little bit impatient. This is saying, I want what I want right now and I don't want to wait, so I'm just going to take whatever comes up. And not really thinking it through, not really utilizing, good judgment. And so I feel like the challenge is around waiting, being patient for the right thing to come in regards to love. For those that are not yet in a relationship, this could be the challenge coming in the future here. This could also be opening back up to that thing that didn't serve you in the past. This is giving in to that, even though you realize that it may not necessarily serve you in the long run or serve your highest good. And for those of you that had something good and maybe you messed it up, this is possibly reconciling and forgiving yourself as you let go of the guilt behind making a bad decision, right? And so there's a couple of different ways that temperance is coming through. And so place that wherever it belongs. But this really does feel like this is a time of being open and planning for someone to come in and, take up room socially. There's opportunities coming towards you, whether good or bad. It's up to you to plan around what it is that you feel like you need that's going to be good for you, okay? Or plan to avoid that thing that you know is not going to be good for you. It gives the energy of being prepared for something and staying balanced. For those of you that are in a relationship, temperance could really mean to be mindful of a situation that comes in and needs to be, attended to, maybe some conflict in your relationship that you may not want to deal with, right? That moon energy, not wanting to deal with stuff, but temperance comes in and warns you to deal with it, to don't procrastinate when things happen and they present a conflict and it obviously needs some attention. Don't delay it, because when you delay it, it ends up festering into something bigger than it actually needs to be. And so temperance is reminding you to just be really, proactive when it comes to resolving issues and not allowing them to just lay on the sidelines and fester into something bigger. Or if it's something innocent, that just needs a little explanation to resolve, don't let it sit, because then it turns into a big misunderstanding, right? Temperance is also letting you know to stay balanced, not to let your emotions run away from you, as it many times will do, especially if we're in that moon energy, just to stay balanced and listen to your heart. And your head in equal measure. Stay balanced, okay? The temperance is in the outcome. Temperance is in the outcome. So I feel like for many of you, this is good. This is good energy. Temperance is beautiful energy when it comes to love. Temperance represents being able to really show up in the world and create what it is that you desire when it comes to love. Create the life that you want. It's being really equipped with what's needed, right? Having fertility and family. This is the mother archetype that also carries very Venusian energy and that Aphrodite type of love. Like, it's somebody that has all of the, general energies necessary to create a beautiful relationship. This is usually the partner to someone of equal stature. We're looking at emperor energy. So if this is not you as the empress, this could be you as the emperor that's pulling this type of energy. This is not low vibing energy. This is very high vibing energy. And if you're currently in a relationship, this is bringing in, with the Empress, is bringing in energy around having something to offer, right? Something of value, something genuine and authentic. It's really having something worthy of being proud of when it comes to connection and relationships. This is not something that you run across every day. And this is also something that's has a lot of potential for growth. This is something when we're talking about commitment, right? This is talking about deepening a commitment. You know, the Two of Cups is when two people come together. The Three of Cups, now we're talking about adding on to that relationship. The Empress represents the three and the major arcana. And so this is literally growing to the next level of the relationship. She has leaves and branches and fruit, right, in her hair. That's the extension, the intention of growth, of extending the family and adding on. Many times the Empress represents pregnancy, which means adding on to the family, extending the legacy, right? And looking into extending and adding on to the family tree as well. And so for those of you that are in a relationship in the future, you could be announcing a pregnancy or a coming forth of the next generation. That's what the Empress announces, right? And it could be whether you're married or you could be, you know, single as well and still end up adding on to the relationship. You don't actually have to be legally married, binding, right? You could be dating and that happens as well. Maybe you're committed in other ways. And so, but for connection and commitments, this could announce an extension of the family in that way. If you're looking for love, this is definitely potential of finding it. The Empress is very attractive and doesn't really have to do a lot. She just sits back and receives. So there could be lots of offers coming your way if you're looking to establish love. This could also be you actually being open, because this announces a very enjoyable time with all kinds of relationships. Everybody wants to be around the Empress because of the beautiful energy that she carries and her abundance. It's like she adds value everywhere she goes. She doesn't take life, she gives it, okay? And this is you needing to be open to let love in. Okay, it's also security as well. So whichever side of that coin you're on, it feels like really good energy. There's also some challenges too around dealing with temptation, knowing what's good for you. Only you know that, okay? That's for you, Pisces, in love. Let's see what energies are coming in around lessons in life in general, okay? What lessons does the future hold for Pisces in life in general? In life in general for Pisces. Please and thank you, Spirit. What are the lessons that will be coming towards Pisces in life, in general, in the future? In the future. Let's take a look for you, Pisces. For Pisces. That came out twice, so we're going to take it. So we have growth. Ooh, several came out. Distance. Soar. Oh. So actually, oh goodness, we have luck, memory, and mimicry. It's a lot of cards, but I'm going to take them all, okay? Is that okay, Pisces? Let's look and see the lessons coming towards you in the future here around life in general. I do feel that there are things that are coming in the future here that's going to make you a little uncomfortable, right? It's going to be something to push you out of your comfort zone and cause growth. It may not feel good. Growth isn't always a good feeling. It's not always a comfortable feeling, right? But whatever this is, when you get to the other side, there's a chance that you may look back and be like, oh, okay, I'm glad I went through that, right? Because now I sit on this side of it and I see the benefit, and I'm able to experience the benefit of this growth, of being made to grow. So there are things that's going to challenge you. There are things that's going to possibly make you get a little uncomfortable or make you do something that you may not realize you're ready to do, but someone else may see that you're ready, and they may push you to actually grow in that way and step outside of the boundary that you set for yourself. Maybe your expectations around yourself have become too small for who you are, and it's time to grow. And I feel like there could be also things where you'll be learning the need to pull back off of things so that you can see the bigger picture. Sometimes we can't see clearly because we're so close up on stuff. And we see every single detail. And because we see every single detail, we get very nitpicky, right? I used to be a nail tech. I still am. Once a nail tech, always a nail tech, right? And I'm picky with my nails because I know what I'm doing and I know what they're supposed to be doing. And I know how to look for the details of the structure of the nail and how it's supposed to look and the shape and, the parameter, how it's clean it's supposed to be. I nitpicks to the bone when it comes to nails, almost to the point where I am walking out of the nail shop every time I get my nails done with some little complaint, because I nitpick because I see every little detail. I'm looking real close at what's going on. And then as about a week goes by and I'm looking from more of a distance as I'm doing things, I'm like, okay, well, it's not that bad. Nobody notices that but me. So it's kind of like that. Distance is you pulling back from things. There's some things in the future that you may be really close up on. And because you're so close up on it, there are things that frustrate you that may not even matter, right? It may not even be that big of a deal. There's a bigger picture at hand that's more important than the little view that you're operating from. So there could be things that cause you to back up and get some distance, or you may be being guided to back up off of some things so that you can get some distance and possibly even see things from a different perspective when you back up off of it, or give it some time, give it some space. I'm definitely seeing you very energetic here in the future. There's going to be things that you possibly have been working on and you've reached a level. And there's going to be lessons about kind of how to not work so hard once you get to a certain level, or once you've earned a certain amount of, energy that you've built up behind something. There could be lessons about being in a time or knowing when it's time to just kind of cruise on the air. Like when you've lifted yourself up so high and, built up a level of stamina underneath yourself, you'll be learning lessons around being able to kind of coast at a certain level with what it is that you're doing. That could be different for all of you, but there's certain benefits of working hard, of understanding the dynamics of what you do and the details behind how you do it and how it affects the system, right? So there could be things that you're working on, that you've been working on, that where you're going to get a huge breakthrough and you're going to be able to kind of coast for a little bit. And you'll have lessons around not having to work so hard when you've leveled up to a certain level for some of you. I also feel like this could be definitely talking about a season of luck that's coming towards you. For some of you, you'll be stepping into very fortunate, very favored energy with luck here, where you're going to be in a season of just abundance, or you're going to know how to tap into that abundance or that energy of luck. And there's going to be just like a more than what you need of something. It could be money, right? It could be energy. It could be a certain type of thing, but there's going to be luck that come towards you in the future in some type of way, like a luck streak. For some of you, there's going to be lessons around releasing things. I feel like there's going to be some pointing out some things that's still lingering mentally. And when I say lingering, I mean triggers. Like you could run into someone and it triggers something and cause you to kind of have a triggered type of behavior. And I feel like these is going to be possibly some things that get pointed out to you to show you that that still needs to be healed. There's some lessons about that, about some type of memory being triggered and possibly triggering a certain kind of behavior within you. And it's going to be pointing to, needing to address that, needing to really understand that that needs to be assessed, or that needs to be, really dealt with and paid attention to and given, some form of attention, right? Not just letting it slide. And this could be something that you've done for a while and you just, that's just how I am, but this is popping up in the future as that's not just how you are. That's a trigger. That's something that has been stuck and that has plagued you. It has caused a repetitive behavior to pop up out of nowhere, and it could be something that you see. It could be a smell, it could be a feeling that pops up. There's some level of triggering your memory here that's going to happen. And it could be good, it could be bad, but there's some lesson around it that you may need to be paying attention to. And there's also going to be lessons around discernment, because I feel like there's going to be something in the future that pretends to fool you. It looks, or they look like something very familiar, but it's not what it looks like. So there's some level of mimicry that's happening here that's going to be a lesson. And the lesson may possibly be not to take things at face value, but dig a little deeper. Just because it looks and it sounds and it, smells like something familiar that doesn't mean that it is. There may be a need to look a little deeper, right? And I don't know why I'm getting this message here. I remember when I was pretty young, there was these couple of guys that was going around in the neighborhood, and they were selling these big boxes of TVs. And, back in the day, we didn't have the flat screens. We had the TVs, and these were TVs that they were selling for it was like some kind of supposed to be a special deal or something. And I remember my mom buying a couple of them, right? And there were these big boxes. They were heavy, like they had TVs inside, and they had a picture on the outside of the box. It looked legit. And they looked like they were legit, right? But when we took the TVs in the house and unpacked them, they were actually boxes with rocks in them. There were no TVs in there. They were just boxes full of rocks for the weight. And so I don't know why that's coming up. For someone, there may be something coming up that's going to need your attention. You're going to need to check it before actually considering it good and giving. If you're buying something, you may need to really check it to make sure it's the name brand, like that it's legit and authentic. Or if it's something that you're purchasing, you're going to really need to do a little bit more background check or do a little bit more investigating on what it is that is appearing as something that looks familiar, that sounds familiar, right? There's some lessons about not taking things at face value here in the future, okay? Let's take a look at your career, Pisces, and see what lessons are coming in around career in the future. Lessons around career in the future for Pisces. Lessons around career in the future for Pisces. Any lessons coming in around career in the future for Pisces? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Lessons around career in the future for Pisces. So I feel like there's going to be a need to put up boundaries in regards to possibly work, whatever it is that you're working on or creating, whatever it is that you're trying to build. There's a need to set good boundaries and possibly even to continue working on it. If you're not seeing the results of what it is that you're hoping to see immediately, even if you've been working on it a while, like I feel like the lesson is coming in around staying the course, even when you don't necessarily see what it is that you feel like you're supposed to be seeing. Being resilient and persistent and standing your ground. There may even be some challenges around not giving up or not letting go of some type of outcome that you're waiting for. Yeah. Spirit may have you really standing in the gap. And this may be for somebody that no one else even sees as valuable. It could be something like that. And you're the only one that could actually see this being something that's needed in the future here. And so you're just kind of standing in there, tooth and nails, holding it down because you understand that this is going to be valuable. But it's difficult. It's difficult. There's some level of truth that's coming through here around a lesson in the future. Some level of truth, some level of being in, standing in your authority. Excuse me, give me a second. Some level of standing in your authority, standing in your truth, being disciplined. It's almost like challenges about actually standing in the level of responsibility that you have right now around whatever it is that you do. It's a high level of responsibility. We're talking about discipline, self-control. We're talking about responsibility, exercising good judgment too. And so whatever this is that you're working towards, Pisces, or trying to build, or trying to get others to see the value of, right? There's a little bit of what feels like a sacrifice being made here. This might be part of the process. Yeah. Of you even going through this test of proving that you can actually be trusted, like with this. I feel like Spirit could be actually providing lessons around that. And this feels like possibly, I don't know, the Princess of Cups, if this is something to do with kids or a child, or having this very new sense of starting something new. Like, you know what you know, but it's also delving into something new and exploring different aspects of your creative side, being open to learn more and to experience more. Allow yourself to experience. This could even be you delving into some of those childlike tendencies and opening up to your creativity. Opening up to your sensitive side in this process. Maybe you're not used to that, and this is a very new experience. This is sometimes very necessary in order to tap into your creative energies and to be sensitive to that, to allow yourself to invite in these new ideas. There's an energy of tapping into your creativity, your sensitive side. Yeah. So whatever this is, Pisces, and as far as we're talking about lessons about career in the future, you could be someone who people would definitely come to get financial advice. You know, maybe you're the one that holds all of the, all of the wealth, all of the resources, right? You've actually created this level of mastery. Maybe you've created a system that works. And so people are coming to you around that, to teach that, or for advice or something like that. I do feel like there are some challenges coming in around the Nine of Cups. And this could be you not being willing to settle, always wanting more, or needing to grow more, or to have more, or to do more. You feel like there's something still that's missing. There's some experience that's still not quenching your satisfaction for life. You're still looking for something more. When it comes to career, something more. And the King of Pentacles, again, that's that carrying that energy of, being very stable when it comes to wealth, finances, resources. You could have something really nice set up for yourself. And I see the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. And so you could definitely have someone that comes in to balance out what it is that you have. This almost feels like a pair here. And so you could have someone helping you to build this. And you're at a place now where you've mastered a certain level. You're ready to take it to the next level, possibly, or do more. Yeah. And so the King of Pentacles actually brings in solid security type of energy. It could talk about being an investor in some type of way. Again, people may come to you for loans. You know, people may come to you for help, to help them get something started. It almost feels like you carry that level of weight when it comes to prosperity. Definitely providing, a good provider, very generous as well. And then the Queen of Pentacles talks about prosperity too, but she carries the other part of that, this very nurturing energy. She creates the level of comfort with this, right? That inviting energy. Also carries a level of grounded security within herself too. And she provides that sense of home, of comfort. And so you could have a team, you know, you and a partner who actually, you know, is doing big things. This feels really nice. Creating something very beautiful together. Expanding something that you've created. And so there could be lessons around that, balancing, you know, between the two powers that are operating this. There could be lessons coming in around taking it to the next step and what that means, right? Not, yes, you know what you know, but there's still more to learn. There's still more to experience, and that may be around being a little bit vulnerable to your creative side, to your softer side, to the sensitive side. Whatever this is you're trying to expand may end up needing a little bit more of a feminine energy to it, okay? A little bit more of a receptive energy to this to take it to the next level. I feel like there's definitely something that you've been waiting on as it pertains to career or what you have your hands in. There's some level of waiting here and not seeing the results at this moment that you feel like you should be, but that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. That may be the next step after these lessons come in and are implemented, right? And so that's what I'm seeing for you, Pisces. Whatever this is has great potential. It's beautiful. It feels very fulfilling for what it is that you desire for yourself with career. Definitely feels like it has something to do with money. It has something to do with possibly, I'm going to go so far as to say connecting, not only with yourself and discovering parts of yourself, but there may be a part of this where you're connecting with people and providing some type of stability or a grounded base for people. Okay, but lessons are coming in around building this and what is needed for this to be successful. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for stopping by. It has been a pleasure. I'm going to go ahead and add a video up here. If you like this video, take a look at this one. You may find that one intriguing as well. With that being said, if you would be so kind to consider liking, sharing, subscribing. If you subscribe, make sure that you hit the bell so you'll be notified in case I go live. If you decide to comment, hey, that would be a beautiful reciprocation of energies, okay? However you choose to, you know, reciprocate the energy is okay with me. Thank you, Pisces, for stopping by. It has been Blood Moon Oracle. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon, okay? Bye.